All right, there we are. It started. I guess we
Guys.
could give it a little bit, let people hop on. I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of people found the readathon like later, so we might not have as many people on this time because I
Mm-hmm.
know they're still
I
reading
know a lot of
Cinder.
people said that they haven't finished yet, so they're gonna watch after they finish.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, we can go ahead and introduce ourselves really quick and we can get it. We have two different versions.
Yeah, we have all the different versions.
I have the OG cover because I bought them all for no reason like 5 years ago,
Oh,
but it's fine.
and you're finally reading them. That's funny.
It's fine.
I
But
went out.
my name is Stasia. This is my channel, and I'm basically the same username everywhere. If you want to follow me anywhere else, that's me.
And my name is Danny. My channel is Danny Marie Reads, and that's also my name on Twitter and Instagram, and that's about all I have.
All right. Hello. Thank you for joining us. All right. So, I guess the first question would be, what did everyone rate the book? I gave it 4 stars. So,
I gave it 3 stars.
okay. I think I mainly gave it 4 instead of 5 because, like, if you look through my spoilers, like, I knew some things, like, beforehand. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, So it wasn't, like, as shocking, but it was still really
Mm-hmm.
enjoyable. But I'm, like, this is not my genre, so I feel like my expectations were not, like, I'm not looking for something fantastic because I don't read a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
like, sci-fi, dystopian, fantasy, whatever it is.
Yeah, something in
But
there.
it's something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't read. I read a lot of sci-fi and fantasy, but I don't read a lot of YA. So it was kind of also like slightly out of my normal reading range, which is definitely, I think, why I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it a lot, and a lot of the things I like didn't enjoy as much. I kept having to be like, well, it's like YA, and I'm like, why is like some of the decisions that are being made? I'm like, why is Kai like talking back like this? And I was like, I can't. I was like, they're teenagers. I'm like, they're supposed to be like this, and so I was like,
Yeah.
had to like lower my adult like expectations for like YA characters.
Yeah.
But I still liked it, and
Yeah,
we're
that's fair.
obviously be reading the rest of the season. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. So Caitlin says she doesn't rate, which is fair. A lot of people don't really rate books anymore, but she liked it. So that's good. Happy to hear it. Hello. Hi, Al. Maybe you'll read it by the time we get to Scarlet. I agree. They look phenomenal.
Aw, thank you.
Loved them. Made me
Thanks.
miss getting married. Let me do it again. But so I'm glad people seem to have enjoyed it. In the like Discord chat too, it seemed like a lot of people were enjoying it. But I believe Cinder was like a reread for a lot of people. Like a lot of people read this book and never continued. So I feel like there was like repetitive thoughts, I guess. But okay, so overall, we enjoyed the book. How did we feel about the ending? Was it something that caught you off guard or like you kind of seen it coming? Because in a way, like I kind of seen it coming just based on how they were like describing her being like so different. I was like, oh, come on. She has to be.
I think I saw it coming from like at the very in the first like part of the book when they were like, oh, like she was having dreams about like fire. I was like, oh, yeah, this is definitely like where it's gonna lead and what what's gonna happen. I felt like there was a lot of like stuff leading up to it, but I did not expect it to be such like a cliffhanger. which I really enjoyed.
Yes.
It was like a happy surprise because I'm like planning on reading the rest of them, but I was like, oh, that was not the ending that I was kind of expecting.
Yeah, that was the same with me. I was not expecting like a cliffhanger ending either. But yeah, I did see it coming. Not from the fire though, like from her dreams. I didn't get it from there. I basically got it from like the way the professor doctor person was speaking to her about Lavana and how I guess basically how she was acting. Like I never got to it until Lavana came. And then like everything
Mm-hmm.
that was happening there, I was like, no, she has to be. She's definitely gonna be this dead princess. But then like at the same time, before I even knew it was Cinder, I knew she had to be alive because there's no reason why they would bring it up
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. It was like
So like she
very.
had to be alive somewhere.
And I was like, they're not just gonna have it like she's alive and then what, like a random side character, and then like Cinder can't remember the rest of her life. I was like, oh no. And then she was like, oh, I had a nightmare about a fire. And I was like, well, okay, I got it. But then when she was actually talking with the queen, I didn't think that the queen realized who she was. I thought the queen just realized like she was a lunar person.
Yeah, that was me too. Okay, Caitlin's seen it coming as well. I'm curious to see what happens too. We'll need to get into that. I got it from the way the doctor was acting and how she can't remember before her operation. Yeah, that's true. Like she literally just became alive after her operation and there was nothing else to have been said. But yeah, the doctor definitely was the one who gave it away for me too. I was like, oh, this man knows something. But I was not expecting for him to be a lunar.
I did not see that coming. When I was listening to it, he was like, when he said like, that's the thing about like us, and I was like,
Me
what?
too. I was
And then
like,
I was like, excuse me, and then she was like, wait, what do you mean us? And I was like, I did not see that coming at all. I did not expect
yeah.
that. So that was very like well hidden, and I like how in the beginning it kind of like talked about like, oh, he's like getting like old and like feeble kind of, but then like really he isn't. It's like it's because he's not like using his powers. I thought that was like cool, a little twist I
Yeah,
didn't
I
see.
thought that was really interesting. Like the way he just slid it into, like it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like this giant thing where he was like, "Oh, well, I understand because I'm also there." He was just like, "Yeah, same, me too. I know." And I'm just like, "What?"
You need, yeah.
Right, you're what? How did this happen?
Like, is everyone at this point? I literally was like, you know what? I was like, I think Kai is no. What I totally thought was gonna happen was when he saw that she was a cyborg. I thought he was gonna be like, I'm secretly a cyborg too, and I've been like hiding it. I really thought that was gonna happen, and then it did not.
Yeah. So let's talk about Levana for a second because you said that you don't think she knows that she's the heir. You just think that she knows she's lunar or different.
I didn't think that, but then at the end, I'm pretty sure the doctor doesn't he say at the end like she does know, and
Yeah,
that's
I think he
why
was
she'd never
hinting
let her
at it
live.
because he was talking about like you need to get out of here before she gets here. But I think based on like the whole thing that happened at the ball and stuff, I think she has to know now
Yeah,
because of
I
how she
think
was able to like not take any damage from her. I
yeah.
don't know.
Is that just? But isn't that just because of her like cyborg
Yeah,
abilities?
because that was what took over. So it wasn't
Yeah,
even her lunar abilities that saved her.
yeah.
But I think the
But
doctor, well, okay, I don't think she knows now, but I think she's about to find out. I think that's what the doctor was telling her.
I'm trying to find. I'm pretty sure that he was like because also she's like looking for her, and so she must have found out that like oh she's probably like a cyborg like
Right.
yeah I'm not sure
Yeah, I'm not sure if the doctor straight up said.
It's okay. It's not super exciting for it to be. I'm like trying to like read through. I was like, I swear, I swear, I feel like he said at the end that she did know, but maybe I was wrong.
I think she just wants her. Like Lavana just wants her not because she knows, but because she's Lunar and she's just crazy. Lavana, we don't talk about her. She's crazy.
Yeah, and like after all that, there's no way she's just gonna be like, okay, this girl can go. She's like, absolutely
Right,
not.
right. Okay, fine. You can have her.
She was about to kill someone because they gave her like a mirror, and you like made a scene in front of everyone and like shot one of her guards. She's not getting
Yeah,
off.
she's something. So how do we feel about Kai? Prince Kai. Because I love him.
I like him a lot. I liked that we got like his POV. I really enjoyed that rather than like just Cinder's. I feel like as like a love interest, I'm like it was a little like not like insta love, but it was very like I
It
wish that
kind
I
of
didn't have
was
to marry
insta love.
the queen because I have feelings for you. And I was like, you met her like 5 days ago. Well, and she's like, it was a lot. I was like, it's a little intense, a little quick, but it's like intense circumstances. And also, this is YA and these are teenagers, and that's absolutely how I would have been if I was 15 and met the prince. I'd be like,
Yeah,
no,
I feel like it was insta love for Kai because he never knew who Cinder was. But for
yeah.
Cinder, I don't think it was insta love because obviously, like being a person living under his family, like she knows him, and everyone's just like the prince. But Kai
Mm-hmm.
kind of just came and started laying it on her. She's like, "Oh hey," and she was like, "Okay."
I did like how he kept like flirting with her, and like that time when he like said in front of everyone when he was like, "Will you go to the ball with me?" She's like,
Yeah.
"No," in front of all these people. He was really
He's a
cute. I like,
bold man, that one.
yeah.
He did
But
not
when
take
you
no
think
for
about
an
it,
answer.
this whole thing was only like maybe like 3 weeks, like 2 weeks, and then when she was like, "I'll never see Kai again," and I'm like, "You've only seen him like 3 times." She was like, "I'll never see him again. I'm so upset about it." I was like, "Yeah, it's okay." I think
Oh,
he'll
yeah,
survive, but clearly she was
that's
wrong, so it didn't matter.
wow. Is she wrong? I will enjoy Insta Love with Kai as well. I'm a fan of Kai.
No,
So I
he's
guess
so
that brings us to the ending. Obviously, the doctor asked her to go to Africa with him for like the testing and stuff. So where do we go from here? Like
we were talking about right
I don't know
before
where
when
we go from it because it is a cliffhanger, but like with no hint at a direction.
yeah, I really liked it. I was really surprised by how much of a cliffhanger it is, but this like really makes me like want to read the next book and be like, especially since like so like we're pretty sure that so the next one is what? Scarlet?
Yeah, Scarlet is the
And
next one.
Scarlet's gonna have like another main character. So like, how is Cinder gonna fit into that? I
Yeah,
kind of
it's
feel like
literally gonna follow Scarlet, whoever that is, but it's gonna follow a girl named Scarlet. I'm pretty sure. Like each book follows a different girl,
yeah. And so I'm
so I
like,
don't know
well,
how they're gonna merge the two.
does Scarlet live in Africa? Maybe. And so like I was
I
like,
don't know. Let me look.
I'm gonna be like, where I feel like it's probably just gonna be Scarlet, and it's gonna be cool. I'm thinking maybe we're gonna get like another like political like
I
use
definitely
another
think the political interest, like the political intrigue, is gonna stay.
mm-hmm.
But let us see.
But yeah, I'm definitely really interested. Or it could did you just grab Scarlet?
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. I don't think it's gonna start right where we ended.
I like that. I'm looking
I
forward
think
to that.
because right now it's talking about like Scarlet and like her situation. Apparently she has a situation, and like through that she meets Cinder.
Ooh, I'm excited. I like that a lot. I like how it's like more intriguing because it feels like they're more like standalones, but also it ended at a
Yeah.
cliffhanger like you really want to, but it's like not just like the second book of a series. It has like the same intrigue as like a first book of the series because you're meeting a new character. I'm really excited for it.
Yes, I'm excited to see Scarlet, but I think Kai might try to go with her or he'll wait for her to come back. Honestly, I think he will wait for her because like although he was like mad, I guess, about like the cyborg thing, I think he really liked her.
I think he
But I
said
don't
that.
I don't know if he'll go with her cuz she's trying to escape. So like how would he know?
I think she's gonna escape without him knowing. I think he's. I think the. I forget what he said, but he said something like really mean about her being a cyborg, and I think he said that for like a public like image thing to like say like
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
mad at.
think he actually cares.
No, I don't think he did, or maybe he was like shocked by it because like socially it's so like like just like an awful
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Is cyborgs, but I think he'll get over it because we know Kai
I
is a
think he'll
sweetheart.
get over it too. But yeah, he was definitely mean. But then at the
Yeah,
same time, he didn't let Lavana take custody of her. So there's still like
true.
that
Yeah, he
caring
was helping
thing
her
going
out,
on.
and he was like buying, like she said, he was like buying her some time. So he's probably, I
Yeah,
think, gonna be like relieved when he sees that she's escaped.
right. So I think what's gonna happen. Oh, I wonder if we'll ever get that closure since we're following Scarlet. But I guess theoretically, what would happen, or like what I think would happen, would he'll go down there to try to talk to her, and she won't be there. And then maybe he will leave his responsibilities and try to find her.
I bet that's 100. I bet we're gonna get a POV when he's like, "She's gone."
She's not here.
That would be.
Yeah, that
But
would
I
be cute
bet
though.
I hope that I hope that in Scarlet we get to like see. I hope it's not just like drawn out. Like we don't go a whole book without like seeing
Without,
Kai.
yeah, like I would need that closure somehow on like how that all happened. Okay,
Mm.
this made me so sad. I felt so bad when she thought he knew she was a cyborg, but he was talking about Peony's sister. Me too. And she was like, "Oh, he knows. He doesn't care." And then he brought up Peony, and I was just like,
That was so upsetting. And when she was like the like freedom of knowing that he knew and then like taking that freedom away again was so much worse. I was like I like felt that. I was like, no,
and then
he
he
thought
did find out and like flip tables, and I was like,
he said that. I was like, no, I know he doesn't mean it. I know Kai doesn't mean that.
I know he
But
can't. He's such a sweetheart, huh? But I guess we all were like, "Oh, he knows. He's fine. We're happy."
we have a lot of faith in him. Who knows? It might
Evidently, it
just
did
be.
not happen that way.
I cannot believe. I think he was definitely more upset about her being a lunar. I think that would be the much bigger obstacle that they'd have to overcome once they reunite, and him being like, "You like
Right.
hid
Just
this
because
from me."
Ravana's a lunar and like she can't be trusted, so she like yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I think that definitely with the distance that's like between them, I think I'm like I like their relationship, but I wasn't like going like crazy over it. But I think once there's like distance and once they like get reunited again, I'm gonna be so excited and so crazy about it.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait for them to like become a couple because I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean,
Like
they have
this
to.
cannot be the only book where they're like
No,
together,
there's no way.
like they're not just gonna be walking side by side. I'm like 90% sure they're gonna happen. I just
Yeah.
need to see that happen.
That's how I like don't like stress like get myself to like calm down and not stress out too much about books because I'm like, okay, it's literally this is like a YA fantasy. She's not gonna have them end up together. So I'm
Right.
like,
She's not
fine.
just like we know she's gonna make it to Africa or she's gonna make it somewhere. Like she's not gonna die
Yeah.
on the way or anything.
Yeah.
because it is
She's
YA.
not actually, yeah. It's going to
So
work.
we don't have to be too scared of the outcome. When he asked if it was all an illusion, it made me so sad. Me too. When Kai was talking to Cinder
Yeah,
and he's
that made
just
me
like,
sad.
and then he like
Yeah,
remembered
that's
seeing
I
like
really
the foot and everything, and I was like, oh, poor Kai.
yeah, I feel so bad for him. And I think especially with like her being a lunar, like in his mind, he's like, what she's been hiding all of this when like for her, she's just found this out. So she wasn't hiding it. All she was
Right.
hiding was cyborg. But now he's like, who are you? Like, and she had to kind of like go along with like, well, if I never escaped, I still would have been like a slave. So it made her sound like she did know the whole
Yeah, like
time.
she was there and she knew what she was doing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but so sad, but so sweet. But okay,
I
so
have
we
something I
covered.
want to mention.
Okay, go ahead.
So she took Peony's ID chip, and she took what was the robot's name? I'm so
Aiko.
bad at it. Aiko's. She took Aiko's personality chip, and I was assuming as long as you plug in Aiko's personality chip into like another robot, she'd be okay. But then she mentions like I'm just carrying both of their ghosts around with me. Does that mean that Peony can somehow be like part of her is still alive in the chip?
I don't know about Peony because she was like a person. Like
Yeah.
Aiko, obviously, if she gets plugged back into something like in the right shell, she's fine
Mhm.
because she's just going from like one body to the next.
Yeah.
But yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, so I'm praying out that Aiko will come back, but I am wondering why she held on to Peony's chip
Yeah. I
because I
was
don't
like,
know
maybe
how that'll
just not
play.
to let it get stolen. But then when she like specifically referred to like I'm just carrying the ghosts of them around, I'm like, can you like come
Can she come
back?
back? Right.
Because like why are they throwing like why isn't this something that's being done? If she could come back, why would people like dying be such a big thing if they could bring them back from the ID chip? So I don't know. Maybe she'll like maybe it is like just sentimental. I was surprised when Peony died because I did not think that it was
Me
gonna be that.
too.
I was
And it was
I was
so fast too.
I that was pretty shocking because I thought that I did not think the book was gonna get like that serious. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know Peony was gonna die. Like she died fast.
yeah. I
Like we were
mean,
not even halfway through the book and she was already dead and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And then Aiko was destroyed and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" I did not know Audrey would do that. I was so
yeah.
sad for Aiko.
I was sad, but I also was like, okay, if we have a personality chip, like she's fine. She's just like
But
not
like
around.
I don't think like it's not shells are not just laying around. And I think that was like Cinder's main thing was like she needed to find something that would even read Aiko's
Yeah.
chip.
Mm-hmm.
That that's an opinion. I
I mean,
I was really sad for Aiko, but like I feel like with Peony, like she died in like what chapter like 7 or something. Like it was super
I
quick,
know.
so I
I
feel like
died later on, which I also like listened. I was on like chapter 10 this morning and I listened to the entire audiobook during the day. So all of it is very recent in my mind. But I think she died like halfway through the book. But during that scene, like I was not stressed at all because I was like, oh, she's giving her the antidote when she like wasn't responding. And then it was like, oh, she's cold. All the medbots coming. And I was like, oh, well, like she's not dead. And then I was like, oh, oh, she
she
really
is.
did die. I was like,
Yeah, that's true. I think
so confident that it was not going to happen.
yeah, I think Caitlin's right because she was sick, like you knew obviously there was like the antidote, but I felt like that would have been too easy if she had cured Peony. Like it sounds bad, but there needed to be pain, and that
Yeah.
came through Peony.
I appreciated it because I really like pain in a book. And I was like, I did not think this was going to make me sad. And so I appreciated it. Aiko, I feel like I just wasn't as sad about because I was like, no, find the chip. And then she like found it. So I was like, okay, like okay, we can bring her back. Like, she's not gone. She's just like on pause. She's just like not here for now, but she's not dead. So I was like, okay, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
because for the most
I was
part,
definitely more sad about Aiko. I just felt like she was like a whole personality and I loved her commentary. And then she destroyed her. I was like, all right, Audrey, you need to be destroyed. But it's fine.
yeah, she's actually the worst.
Yeah, she is. Her and the other sister. Oh my god.
The other sister wasn't that rude at the beginning, and then like at the end when she was like saying,
When
or
it
maybe
came to the prince.
yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe she was a little rude in the beginning, but I think maybe we just didn't get a lot out of her, and she was like really sad about Peony's death. So I was like, I
Right.
kind of like felt bad for her, and then I was like, geez, what? All this stuff, but then in the end, she didn't end up telling Kai that Cinder was a cyborg. She just told Kai about like their sister dying, which like
I think she would have, but their dance was interrupted because they announced Cinder.
is true. That was so embarrassing. Like I had so much secondhand like
I
embarrassment.
know. I was like,
so upset about
poor
it.
girl.
I was like, oh no, and the grease, and she's like wet, and everyone's like, and they had to formally announce her. That stressed me out.
I know. His special guest. And she was like, oh my gosh, her grease stain. She's wet. I was like, girl.
Oh no, her dress is like wrinkly.
Yeah. I love when Cinder threw it in her face that Peony was going to get his answer. Like, me too, because the sister had nothing to say. She was just like, well, don't bring up Peony. And I was like, oh, girl.
But then she got to dance with Kai anyways, which I was like.
But she like threw herself at him.
True.
I don't know. I did not like her family. I hope we never see them again.
We're probably going to see them. We probably won't see much of them again. Maybe we'll never
see them. She's not even there anymore. She's on her own now.
We'll probably get someone equally as bad.
I mean, there has to be a villain. So I'm assuming the one villain throughout the entire series is going to be Levana. Like, she's the only one that seems to stick. But I think my main thing now is I'm curious to see how everything will intertwine, like with the other books, because they literally all start like focus on different characters. Yeah. And fairy tales.
And then it's like, okay, like Cinder's already like a cyborg and like the lunar princess. So it's kind of like, well, what else? What are the other girls gonna be? She kind of like took everything.
Yeah, right. She's a lost princess. She's a cyborg. She's out here being a lunar. Like, Scarlet, what do you have to offer us?
Yeah, I'm like, this is kind of hard to beat. She's kind of has the spotlight.
Yeah, I am curious to see. We'll see, I guess. For Scarlet. She's what's it called?
Red Riding Hood?
Yes. So I've never seen really much of that reimagined. Like Cinderella, that's reimagined a lot. But
the one thing that I kind of thought about was that the lunar like warriors are like looked like animals and they had like fur. They look kind of like wolves. And I was like, I wonder if that's gonna play into the Red Riding Hood in Scarlet.
There's definitely a wolf.
Yeah. Well, there's
because it says even in the future, beware of the big bad wolf. So
I'm excited for
the wolf definitely comes into play.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited to like get more like characters. I think at the end of the book it like really picked up for me and I think I enjoyed the ending part of it a lot more than the rest of it. But I think especially with the different characters intertwining, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the series more because I think it's like it's already like high stakes and like you're already going to be like anticipating when Cinder's going to come in.
Yeah. And I feel like there's always like that sense of like comfort, I guess, knowing that a previous character is going to show up at some point.
Yeah.
I just hope Kai will also show up.
He has to. And so now
he has to. There's no way.
Have some when it's like I'm like it's YA fantasy. I can feel good, and I know that like they're gonna get together in the end. I don't have to stress about it.
They have to.
They have to. Or who knows? It'll be like emotionally devastating. Like Kai will die, but
no, absolutely not. It better not. No, not Kai.
No, it doesn't. Take it back.
Take it back. Don't manifest that, even though the books are already written.
So I can't change it.
I hope that's not, but yeah. So I am interested to see where it's gonna go. We talked about some characters. We talked about like big plot points. There are questions in here, but it's not really like, I don't know. It's not really like, it's discussion questions, but like they're a little too deep for me.
A little too.
Like, what does it mean to be human? Like, is Cinder not human because she can't cry? And I'm like, whoa, calm down. Like, we don't need to go that deep.
That's not what I was reading this for. This is a YA fantasy.
Right. I am right there with you, Taylor. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
I've just been consuming a lot of like really emotionally devastating things lately. And so now I'm like, I literally just want things to make me sad, and I need to get used to normal books where like people don't like there's gonna be a happy ending.
Not normal, it's just YA.
A normal good fantasy YA.
But yeah, so are there any other comments, discussion things, anything of the sort?
Any theories for what's going to happen in the next book with Cinder and Kai?
Yeah, I definitely think Kai is going to go after her, but I don't know how that's going to happen because I don't know how he would know where she's going.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Kai's going to go after her. I think he's going to stay because, like, I think he likes her, but I think he's also very dedicated to, like, being the leader that his country needs.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Like, yeah, leave that behind. I think he's going to be...
So do you think she'll come back then?
See, I don't know. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Kai doesn't come until like maybe like the end of the other book, and it's just like they happen to like meet up again because he's like maybe he's like on a trip for like diplomacy.
Right, just going to like other kingdoms or something.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to actively search her out because I also do think he's probably really hurt by the fact that she never got to explain herself, and that he thinks that she was just like a lunar spy that stole like a dead human's like chip illegally. Yeah. Unless
he catches her before she leaves. And if he catches her before she leaves, she can say, basically, hey, I'm the girl you were looking for this entire time. It is me. I am alive. And then I think that could convince him to run away with her.
Then it would be perfect.
Right.
The ending of it, I don't think that's going to happen because of how it ended. I think she's just going to disappear.
Yeah, she's just going to bolt out of there.
About her, so she just like pops up in the second book, but she's completely like off the map. Like, yeah, because even if he wanted to track her, like there's no way of tracking her. There's no way of knowing that she
because no one knows who she actually is or anything like that.
Yeah.
And she knows how to glamour, so.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm excited for like lunar powers to manifest.
Me too. I'm just curious as to what Scarlett's bringing to the table.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Cinder just came in the first book and stole all the titles.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, I wonder what, because it's like, if each of the other girls are lunar too, it's like, oh, cool, like, you're a lunar too, but like, she's the lunar princess. It's kind of like,
right. Like, you can't really get any better than Cinder right now.
Yeah.
All right. I think that might be everything. So next we will be reading Scarlet. I believe our live show is set for 2 weeks on August 29th.
Yes.
That will be on Danny's channel.
It'll be on me. It'll be my first
join
ever.
the Discord if there's any changes or if we need to push it back or anything. That's where the information will be.
Yeah, and we have It's literally like the prettiest Discord channel I've ever seen, and Stasha made it. And it's got like rooms for all like there's like 5 different sections for each of the books that you can like go in, so you don't like spoil yourself and you can talk about it. And I didn't use much of it because I binged it all in like 5 hours. But for Scarlet, I will be utilizing them, and I'm excited for it.
Yes, it was very fun to see like people reacting the same way. I really did enjoy that. That was lots of fun. So I am excited for Scarlet. I believe this one has 5 parts as well. It's just so nice that there's like book 1, because then it's easy to split it up.
Mm-hmm. That is nice.
But
and I don't know if yours are like this, but mine are like extra floppy, and they can open like literally so wide without the spine moving at all.
yeah, mine can too. I'm just like, oh wow, this is just easy. The spine is made for this.
I'm like, I can actually open my book and read it. I'm like normally.
Right. Yeah.
So like, I'm like, I guess I'm reading like this because I will not crack the spine. It's a nice treat.
The live show is perfect timing for my hair dye to set. Of
Yay.
course. I'm glad. I'm not sure what actual time we would do for next time. We'll probably chat about that and do another poll in the Discord to see when everyone's available.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. We're hoping that Rylan can join us next time. No, she can't. She cannot join us next time. She will be moving into her college dorm.
Maybe the
it's
next
fine.
Time.
Well, she has to. I think she's hosting the 3rd book.
Oh, so most likely, yes.
Yeah, but I'm sure she'll still put her thoughts in the Discord and stuff. But next time you will get us again. I hope you guys all enjoy the book. Thank you for joining us on the live show and being active in the Discord. We love seeing your thoughts. But yeah, can't wait to read Scarlet with you guys and see where this journey takes us. Hopefully back to Kai, but we'll need to see.
Hopefully back to Kai. The only thing we need is for Kai to show up in Scarlet. That's it.
Absolutely. I have faith that he will. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the live show here. If anyone's watching this after or for any other reason and you'd like to join us, the announcement video and the Discord servers in the description, as well as the hosts being myself, Danny, and Rylan, are all linked down below. Subscribe to them, stuff like that. But yes, thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.